This video is sponsored by the makers of collagen, available at my special website, healthwithsteveturley.com. Click on that link below right now and get 51% off your order today, or visit my special website, healthwithsteveturley.com. It's official. If the 2024 election were held today, Trump would crush Biden by 10 points, with 20% of Democrats defecting. That's right. In this video, we're going to take a look at the latest poll devastation for Bumblin Biden. We're going to see how CNN has started to utterly panic after trying for the last several weeks to deny any of this was true. And stick with me to the very end of this video when I'll reveal how just when you thought things couldn't get worse for Biden, they absolutely do. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Patriots all across the globe. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you. As always, I am your daily fake news antidote, offering patriotic analysis to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe. Before we jump into things here, gang, as many of you heard from our big announcement the other day, I have the absolute honor of sharing the stage with the one and only Donald Trump Jr. on October 8th and 9th in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm thrilled to be partnering with the American Freedom Tour, and I'm speaking alongside Kayleigh McEnany and Dinesh D'Souza and Dan Bongino and many more patriots you know and love. And I want to meet you in Jacksonville, so make sure to click on that link below to register for this amazing conference. And to make it even sweeter, if you're one of the first 100 people to sign up, you'll be entered into a drawing for me and my team to take you out to dinner. It's going to be so cool. Plus, if you click on that link, everyone gets some super amazing bonuses, including my best-selling book bundle, an official Turley Talks t-shirt, and a 3-month access to our Insiders Club. So don't wait. Click on that link below and join me for dinner. I cannot wait to see you in Jacksonville. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. It's now we've always known this, but now even CNN is being forced to talk about it. President Trump is officially trouncing Biden in a 2024 rematch. Rasmussen polling found that were the presidential election held today, Trump would literally stomp Biden by 10 points, 51% to 41%. And the icing on the cake here is how Democrats would vote. According to the poll, 1 in 5 Democrats would switch and vote for Trump. Biden is actually hemorrhaging 20% of his base. And if Democrats thought that Kamala would be any help here, they're sorely mistaken. Trump crushes Kamala even worse, 52 to 39%. This again among likely voters. And here's perhaps the coolest part. When asked whether Trump should run again, 48% said yes, while 44% said no. So this is where I think commentators like Ben Shapiro and some others have it all wrong. I understand Shapiro has been saying Trump shouldn't run because he's way too polarizing. He would only galvanize the leftist base. But here we have data that shows that the plurality of voters want Trump to run again. They miss him, right? They're looking at the crisis at the border. They're looking at Bumblin Biden screwing up COVID. They're looking at the rise of inflation and taxes, and they want Trump back. By the way, this is being corroborated by the fact that the demand for Trump merchandise continues to soar as we speak. Pundits who are noticing this are recognizing this is a huge indicator of voter attitudes towards Trump. His hats, his shirts, flags, you name it, they all continue to sell out all over the nation, which indicates just how much he continues to be supported and revered. Now, this Rasmussen poll is even more devastating than the poll that we reported on earlier this week that showed Trump would win in an electoral landslide. So a McLaughlin poll found that Trump would beat Biden 50% to 47%, which from an electoral perspective is nothing less than a Trump electoral landslide. Again, this was a poll of likely voters. But now with this Rasmussen poll coming out showing Trump would stomp Biden by 10 points, all bets are off, gang. 2024 could be one of the biggest electoral landslides ever, especially with the voting integrity laws that have been passed in 20 states and counting. And it gets even better. According to Gallup's polling, Biden's approval rating has been in a free fall. He's dropped 14 points since January. As of this month, only 43% of voters approve of Biden's job performance, while at the same time, in a Harvard-Harris poll, a majority of voters believe that Trump was a far better president than Biden. Boy, think about it. That didn't take long. Just a few months into things, and voters are already saying that Trump was a far better president. If the 2024 election were held today, Trump would win by 10 points. And this is getting a lot of people's attention. Joe Rogan is now predicting Trump is indeed going to run again, and he's going to beat both Biden or Kamala. Either one of them, Trump's going to trounce them. CNN is panicking. I mean, this is so funny because CNN is absolutely freaking out. They're going hysterical over these poll numbers precisely because they recognize what this means for the midterms. But keep in mind, just 4 weeks ago, when we were first starting to see polls like this coming out showing Trump beating Biden in a 2024 matchup, keep in mind, CNN was doing everything they possibly could to pretend, to fake news you into believing that those polls didn't matter. That was just literally weeks ago. Now they're panicking. Now they recognize that when a president is this far underwater, I mean, gang, history doesn't lie. When a president is this far underwater, his party experiences a bloodbath in the midterms. We talked about this the other day. We have a study from public opinion strategist pollster Glenn Bolger that concludes the Republicans are on track to absolutely stomp the Democrats in 2022. Democrats are likely to lose, he estimates, over 40 seats. That's 34 more than the GOP needs to take back control of the House. And then what do you think is going to happen then? What's going to be the first order of business when the new Republican Congress comes to power? Well, we already know that. How do you spell impeachment? I know how I spell impeachment, B-I-D-E-N. That's how you spell impeachment. I did a video the other day on the latest articles of impeachment that have just been filed against Biden. You will definitely want to watch that video. It's going to absolutely make your day. A group of House Republicans led by Bob Gibbs of Ohio has officially filed 3 articles of impeachment against Sleepy Joe. So when the Republicans take over, there will already be 2 sets of articles of impeachment formally filed for them to take up. One from Bob Gibbs and the other, of course, from Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. You are going to love that video I did because we take a deep dive into how the left is admitting that this is all but a done deal. Biden is going to get impeached, and both he and Kamala are going to be brutally wounded going into the general election in 2024. I'll link the video down below for you in the pinned comment section, so you can watch it, of course, after this one. But obviously, it would be hard to think how things could get even worse for Biden. But they do. Yes, things keep getting worse. Another poll from the Pew Research Center has just come out showing that the vast majority of voters believe that Biden is cognitively deficient. He's mentally unwell. I mean, gang, you can't make this stuff up. When asked about Biden's mental sharpness, 56% of respondents said that Biden is, quote, not at all well or not too well. This was his worst showing in any of his personal characteristics surveyed. I mean, gang, seriously, how could things get worse for this guy? Well, they do. But first, let's pay our bills here. Give a huge shout out to Collagen, available at my special website, healthwithsteveturley.com. If you don't know, many health experts now agree that consuming collagen helps to renew and revitalize how you look and how you feel. Taking collagen regularly can revitalize your body. It can make your skin, your bones, even your hair look and feel more healthy and youthful. And if you click on that link below today, you're going to get 51% off your order. So don't wait. Click on that link below today and get your own collagen supply. You will be glad that you did. All right, gang. You ready for how things are getting even worse for Sleepy Joe? The New York Post is reporting that Biden may end up owing $500,000 in back taxes. I kid you not. Oh, according to a new nonpartisan House Ways and Means report that looked into tax shelters for the wealthy, Biden, under the current tax laws, looks like he owes $500,000 in back taxes. And here's the other beauty of it. That report by the House Ways and Means Committee was initiated precisely because Biden wants to raise taxes on people. So the committee explored tax loopholes that could be gotten rid of. And in the process, they end up discovering that Biden most likely owes $500,000 in back taxes. Again, gang, you just can't make this stuff up. Biden is the gift that just keeps on giving. And it looks like there's going to be no shortage of that gift in the days to come. Now, before you go, make sure to watch that latest video on how the left is admitting that Biden is going to get impeached with the new Republican Congress and how he may not even make it to 2024. You are not going to want to miss it. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.